Thank you. Kia ora, I'm Gilian Bishop, Chair of Tasman Environmental Trust. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Tasman Environmental Trust and what we are doing to support communities to do conservation in urban areas and the peri-urban areas in the Greater Tasman area. Our area covers the whole Tasman area. We're particularly involved in work in Golden Bay, around the Waimea Inlet, and developing projects in the Motueka Valley. What do we do? There are many reasons why people are keen to participate in urban restoration. It's one of the positive things that anybody can get involved in, and climate change is a pretty depressing topic, and sometimes people feel quite unable to do anything about changing the world. We think that if people get involved in planting, trapping, maintaining restoration sites, that they can feel that they're making a contribution. Tasman Environmental Trust provides the bridge between the government and council organisations and strategies, and what community groups, iwi, hapu, whānau, volunteers, landowners, schools, what they're doing out in the around the estuaries, in the forests, and in their backyards. So the Tasman Environmental Trust has developed a community conservation hub because we believe that we can provide important support services for conservation community groups. Many people, they just want to drop in and get on with the work. They don't want to write the funding applications. They don't want to measure the results of their work. They don't want to be involved in reporting back to the funders and managing. They may not even be set up as an incorporated society, which is quite a lot of infrastructure to develop, and Tasman Environmental Trust can provide that support. And button. Here. Okay, I'll just continue. Here we are. The trust is also able to help with future-proofing the work that's being done in terms of finding community leaders. There's often one or two people who are very active and involved in a restoration project, but for various reasons leaders can drop out, and it's important that the project is able to be sustained over time. We all want our work to last into the future and the benefits to be enjoyed by our children and grandchildren, and And this is a very good example. This is Pearl Creek in about 1995. It's a stream that flows into the Waimea Inlet. As you can see, not very much in the way of trees or native plants, but a group got established, and that's how it looks now. It's been sustained over more than 25 years by Tasman Environmental Trust with the support of various community groups. There's a great deal of input at the moment from forest and bird volunteers, and you can see that there are some quite big trees there now. I think Pearl Creek is a project that's going to be there forever now, and we can be confident that with Tasman Environmental Trust in the background, there will always be people working on that project. Predator control. Predator control is another area in which continuity is critical, and well, for example, there are about 800 traps around the Waimea Inlet, and they're managed by a number of different volunteers. When you've got a lot of volunteers managing a big network like that, you need to know what's going on and where, and make sure that if somebody drops out, you know that they've dropped out for a start off, but also you've got the systems in place to actually identify somebody to take over. We need to find new volunteers, attract funding to support them, make sure they use best practice in their trapping work, and know how to report their catches and do support their catches. So at the moment, Tasman Environmental Trust has a regional predator control coordinator. She is looking around the region at who is involved in trapping projects, and making contact with them and working out the best way to support them and to remove the barriers, such as finding new volunteers, funding, and finding traps for them. So what we are working towards is creating healthy, diverse ecosystems woven through the landscape. Obviously, urban restoration contributes vital threads to that. People are empowered to take control of the restoration in their area. So whether it's in their backyard or in the neighbourhood parks and reserves, Tasman Environmental Trust will support them to get involved. This is just contact information. Get in touch and we can work out ways to help you. Thank you.